Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the right. A huge... there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Plucks it out of the air. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 and...
He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
So the UConn Huskies offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass, it's Jamison. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Finds his man on the left. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's York. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chain.
Makes the catch on the right side. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give on the option. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UConn. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires on the move. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top.
Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Tight end now in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Jamison. Quick strike complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's got an open man. All out of space. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to run it to the right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Texas offense. To the air on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Off play action on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to fire to the left. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rushes on him. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
UConn going back to work on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. UConn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On on the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give...
There he goes! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Now the play fake. Got the back over the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
The UConn offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to throw, it's Jamison. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. UConn will have to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Brings it into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get you.
Back to pass. Looking to buy time. He turns it loose to the left. Hits him in stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman.
Trying to rumble in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running it to the right. Oh, better look out. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown, Longhorns. The defense putting points on the board.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The UConn offense goes back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. UConn will have to punt it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sends it downfield. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 7.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Wade. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
UConn will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Feels the punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets a block. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been dominant and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. off the play fake on first down. Dances away to buy time. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Throwing right. Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
UConn going back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Keeps it on the draw. Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Wants to throw. It's Wade. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This UConn offense really has it going. The give to the back. Slithers into space. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And to christen this 4th quarter, they'll try to hang a 3 on the board. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 4 over SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive.
On the set. Set. Hudson.
Reads it, fires complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Texas. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Wade. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Off and running. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field.
42, Spider. 4.
The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. After getting stuffed on the last 2 runs, you've got to think they're going to try to throw it in for the score on 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Using his legs to buy some time. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
UConn going back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To throw, it's Wade. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. He'll start this drive firing. Here comes the heat. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to...
Unloads it downfield. And he holds it in at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Buying some time. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
All right, now, let's get in that end zone.
Back to pass, it's Wade. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down. And